Namaste and welcome. My name is Dawn and I am excited to welcome you to our short practice today. You may find it helpful to have a strap, a blanket which I'm sitting on the edge of, and a block or maybe two in your practice today. If you don't have these props, I will offer you options to accommodate your practice without them. We'll begin by sitting for just a moment. So as you settle onto your blanket, sit however it's comfortable for you, and bring your palms together in front of your heart, closing your eyes. As you sense into your body and your breath, notice any sensations, any feelings, and begin to listen to the messages that your body and your breath are sharing with you today. As we practice today, set an intention to bring a sense of generosity and compassion towards yourself and into your practice. Listening to your body and your breath for their guidance and how to best serve this intention. You may make choices and take variations that offer you more rest and support, or perhaps you may challenge yourself with other variations or options as it works for you. Bowing your head to your heart, honoring yourself as we embark on this practice today. Slowly lowering your hands, lift your head, and open your eyes. Coming into the table position, bringing hands to the floor, shoulder distance apart, and spreading the palms wide, the fingers wide. Setting your knees up so they're hip distance and just a few inches behind your hips. As you exhale, round your back body up towards the sky, chin to chest. Inhale, belly towards the earth, heart forward, look up. Exhale, round like a Halloween cat, spine towards the ceiling, chin towards chest. Inhale, tailbone towards ceiling, heart moves forward, looking up. Do this a few more times, moving at the pattern and pace of your breath. The next time you're on the inhale pattern with tail towards ceiling and heart forward, with toes tucked under, bring hips back towards your heels and look forward. Press your hands into the mat and push your mat away from your knees, feeling the stretch through the toes, through the plantar fascia of your feet, through the arches of your feet. And then very slowly, as you feel ready, push through hands, push through feet, and peel your knees and your hips away from the earth, letting the head be the last thing to settle in between the arms. As you press down through the feet, it may help you to bend your knees significantly here as you lift your tail towards the ceiling and as you press your thigh bones back towards the wall behind you. With one knee bent, press opposite heel towards the earth as if you were walking your dog, and switch sides, slowly pedaling the feet, exploring sensation through feet, calves, knees, and hips. For some, the hamstrings will be the loudest voice at this moment. But noticing in your body what you feel and how you might accommodate that with your intention to be generous and compassionate towards yourself in your practice. As you're ready, continue to lift sit bones high, bringing feet symmetrical, knees symmetrical. Slowly inhale forward into the plank pose, either on your knees or with straight legs. Feel the lift of your belly and cat claw fingertips into the floor. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Imagine you're being pulled from your navel towards the wall behind you. Inhale forward into the plank once again, feeling the strength of the arms, optional knees down or knees up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do this a few more times, following the pace of your breath. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale settles you into the downward facing dog. Feeling the movement, the strength of the arms, the shoulders, as well as the hips and the ankles. The next time you're in the plank, pause there. Bring your knees to the floor and your hips to your heels, coming into the child's pose. At any point in your practice today, you might come into the child's pose if it's comfortable for you and you need a little rest. Inhale, slither forward onto your belly with toes pointed and hands underneath the shoulders. Root through the toenails, press down through the feet and the pelvis, and inhale, lift your chest, lift your hands as you draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Exhale, lower down. Flying cobra once again. Inhale, lift your chest. Feel how the rooting of the legs, the strength along the spine is what supports you here. Exhale, lower down. Once again, inhale, lift. Flying cobra, hands up, back body engages. Gently set your hands to the floor and pull them towards your hips as you maybe press a little bit with the hands to lift the chest a tiny bit more. Exhale, lower, tuck toes under. Inhale into table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward back to the plank position. Exhale, knees to floor, bending your elbows, slowly lower chaturanga, coming onto the belly. Inhale, toes point, chest lifts, either flying cobra or hands root down to lift the cobra. Most of the strength comes from your back. Exhale, lower down, tuck toes under, settle back into the table and the downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to the floor. Go ahead and stand up on your knees. You'll turn sideways on your mat. And you'll step the right foot out to the side so the heel is approximately in line with the left knee. And here you might want the padding of the blanket underneath your left knee. As you inhale, sweep both arms up towards the sky, reaching high. And as you exhale, you tip forearm to thigh and lean the left arm up and over the ear. Now, optional, you can take your right hand, grab your ankle, come a little lower on the right side, or you can have your block on the inner edge of your right foot to support right hand onto the block. As you stretch long with the left arm, invite and encourage the bottom ribs to turn forward and the top ribs to turn back. Chin in line with chest is a friendly position for the neck, but please look where it's most comfortable for you. As you feel this side body opening here, extend a little bit more through those left fingertips. Stamping down into your right heel to feel the action of the right leg. Inhale, rise up, both arms sweep towards the sky. Exhale, float your arms down and change sides. Right knee onto the blanket. Left foot turning out to the side away from the right knee. You can have your block on the inside of your left foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up, get long through right and left sides of body. Exhale, hook, left forearm to thigh or left hand to block or ankle as you reach the right arm long. Turn left ribs forward and right ribs back as if you were turning your heart a little bit more towards the ceiling, towards your right armpit. As you stamp down through your left heel, feel the activity of the legs even though the back knee is still on the earth. Notice how your breath pattern may have changed slightly as we dynamically press into the feet and extend the spine, opening up the side of your ribs, the waist. Inhale, rise up, arms extend by your ears. And exhale, lower your arms down, stepping out and returning to the downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, walk your feet to meet your hands, coming to the top of your mat, knees bent, hands to hips. Inhale, lift all the way up for standing, rooting through your feet. As you come to the top of your mat, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach for the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge and fold forward, look towards your navel. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward. And exhale, step your left foot back behind you and we'll take the high lunge. As you lift your arms, reach for the sky, pushing down through the right heel and the left foot. If it's helpful for you today, you're always welcome to lower your left knee to the floor and do the low lunge instead of the high lunge. And whichever option your body finds most appropriate today, keep connecting to the floor by rooting into your feet. At the same time, lift the sides of your waist and your arms long to extend a feeling of lightness, of buoyancy into your chest, into your heart. Exhale, lower tippy fingers to the floor. Step your left foot forward to meet your right. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold, chin to chest, bending knees. Inhale, lift halfway, step your right foot back and coming into the high lunge, or if you did on the other side, the low lunge. As you soak into your breath, notice, inhale, exhale, rooting into your feet, feeling how this dynamic pose has a tendency to change your breath pattern and your heart rate. Cultivating a sense of calm and ease within the difficulty, which means your breath is long and smooth and deep. As you root through the feet, lift a little taller through the side waist. And exhale, fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold, chin to chest. Inhale, reach for the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, palms meet at the top. Exhale, arms by your sides. Slowly step to the right, turning feet out, long ways on your mat. Extend your arms out and have your feet approximately under your hands. Turn your right toes out for warrior two and look to the middle finger of your right hand. Take a big inhalation and exhale, bend your right knee, sinking into Vira two. Inhale, slowly lift out of the pose. Exhale, bend your right knee, sinking into warrior two, the Virabhadrasana two. Inhale, slowly rise out. Two more times dynamically, moving at your breath to slowly sink low and lift up. Inviting this slow quality to your breath as you pulse into and out of the shape. The next time you come in, hold there, extending arms and gazing towards middle finger of right hand. Feeling the dynamic action of your legs, the length through your spine, and the extension through your arms. And come back to your intention to practice with generosity and with compassion. Be sure to come out anytime you need to and come back in when you feel ready. Inhale, straighten right leg, lower your arms down. Turn your feet parallel, pause. Notice the difference between the two sides. Turn left toes out. Inhale, arms up. Gaze to middle finger of left hand. Very slowly on exhale, bend your left knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, extend. Two more at your own pace. What does it feel like on this side? Is this side stronger? More open? Next time you bend your knee, hold there. Reaching out through arms and rooting through feet. Feel the way your breath moves into your side ribs and your back ribs. Inviting the challenge, the strength, the heat, but also coming out if you need. Slowly straighten that leg, lower arms, turn feet parallel. Slowly walk or hop your feet together. Palms together in front of your heart, big toes touch. Take a moment to check in. From your Tadasana, the mountain pose, open your eyes when you're ready. Step your feet wide once again. Arms extend, feet under hands approximately. Turn right toes out. Once again, you might have that block on inner edge of right foot. Bend your right knee and tip forearm to thigh. Maybe take your left hand to your left hip. Your choice. You can hug the left shoulder blade onto the spine, keeping left hand on left hip, or extend left arm straight up towards the ceiling. Optional, keep right forearm on thigh, or creep your right hand down to the ankle or to your block. When you're ready, reach your top arm over ear and extend through the left heel to the left arm. Like we did in this prep for this pose earlier, turn your bottom ribs forward and your top ribs back, as if you could turn your heart a little bit more towards the ceiling. If it helps you direct your attention that way and your balance feels steady, you can look towards the ceiling underneath your left arm. To come out, push through both feet. Inhale, lift on a big updraft. And exhale, lower arms down. Switch the position of your feet. Left toes out, right toes in. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, bend your left knee, tip, forearm to thigh. Once again, starting with right hand on hip. Hug right shoulder blade towards the spine. Feel how that helps you lift and open the right lung and right chest. Optional, reach your right arm up towards the sky, extending up through the fingertips. Also optional, you can take your left hand a bit lower and grab hold of your inner left ankle. Then, when and if it feels appropriate, stretch your right arm long as you push through both feet. Feeling the connection through the back heel and the top arm. Like we did in the prep earlier, turn bottom ribs forward, top ribs back, and look towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift back up. Slowly lower hands, bring feet parallel to one another, hands on the hips. You might find it helpful to grab your blocks for this next pose, setting them in front of you. With hands on hips, lengthen through front body, look up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold forward, bringing hands either to blocks or, if it works for you, to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward. Exhale, fold, tipping hips forward, allowing spine to lengthen. From here, bend your knees and press through the soles of your feet. As if you're moving against great resistance, slowly begin to extend the legs, moving towards straight. Bend the knees once again. We'll pulse this a few more times. So butt might get relatively low as knees bend pretty deeply. As if moving against great resistance, slowly push into all four corners of the feet and feel the backs of the knees begin to open through the strength of the legs. And do one more just like that. Pushing through feet as if moving against great resistance, slowly straighten the legs. Inhale, lift spine about halfway, bringing left hand either onto block or onto the floor, and slowly twist right shoulder over left. As you feel the rotation through your spine, push through all four corners of your feet. Optional, you can reach your top arm up towards the sky. Potentially the gaze will lift as well. Lower right hand down, sliding the block under your right shoulder. Push right hand into floor. Take left hand to left hip and turn. If you don't have a block, you can place your tippy fingers on the floor, kind of like a teepee. That will give you a little extra height. As you revolve here, you might choose to lift your top arm up towards the sky. And maybe the gaze lifts as well. Slowly lower that hand to the earth and slide the block off to the side. Once again, hinge from your hips and fold. This time you might either grab the outer ankles or hook onto your big toes and pull your elbows out to the sides as your shoulder blades move away from your ears towards your hips. With the pulling of the arms and the rooting of the shoulder blades, feel the crown of your head extend towards the earth. Bend your knees, take hands to hips, And inhale, slowly rise up to standing. Step or hop your feet together. Bring palms together and pause for a moment in the Tadasana. Optional, you might close your eyes as you take a moment to soak in here. As you're ready, open your eyes, turn to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge and fold forward. Look towards your navel. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward. And exhale, step back to the downward facing dog. If you would like to move through a vinyasa on your way there, you might inhale forward into the plank, either knees to floor or knees lifted. You might come forward into the chaturanga, bending elbows, hovering. And inhale either cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back to child's pose. Knees to floor, hips to heels, resting forehead on the earth. Initially, you may have your arms extended out in front of you, tiptoeing fingers away from hips and feeling side body length. When it feels appropriate, you might bring your hands back by your feet, resting your shoulders on your knees. Feel free to take the knees as wide as you need to be comfortable here. When you're ready, inhale, lift up to seated. Slowly make your way onto your back. As you lower onto your back, hug your knees in towards your belly. Reach your hands for the soles of your feet and hug the knees in for the Supta Sukhasana. Knees will come towards armpits. Feet will be active and shins will cross in the center. You might rock a little left and right. And switch the cross of your legs. Bring the other shin on top, hands to feet, Supta Sukhasana, or supine cross-legged. Again, you might shift a little side to side. And then unwind and extend your legs for the Shavasana, perhaps taking a blanket underneath your thighs. Resting here as long as you're able. I recommend about 10 minutes. Inviting and encouraging the activity that you engaged and explored during your practice to serve you and your day. Thank you. It's been an honor to share this practice with you today.